I've got a message for all the scumbags, losers, killers, and haters of this world. Evil must be punished.
Ooh. Wow. Can you imagine if I tried to start some bitch with this hooked in it? That's a locking mechanism, guys. That's what that is. Seriously. That's a locking mechanism.
Okay, Andrea, again, my name is Paulie. I go by Paulie's Customs. You're well aware of who I have been in the past. I just want to make sure that everybody that's listening knows that you're here and you would like to talk to us.
Yeah, I would.
There's a lot that's transpired over the past couple of years that you haven't been around. For instance, your ex-husband, I apologize, goes on the internet and he makes very outlandish claims about you. And the first thing I would like to do is address the claims that he's made about you. Would you mind sharing with us what kind of environment you live in? Are you in a padded cell, eating drugs all day and drooling on yourself, or are you a regular human being that's living a normal life?
I'm a regular human being, and I live a somewhat normal life. I'm in a group home. Like, I went to jail for 3 days, but I got out.
What did you go to jail for?
I allegedly violated an EVO.
Okay, and that EVO was established by Alice Helton, if I'm not mistaken. So when you came back to live with your husband, no, it was Vaughn?
EVO was established by James.
Okay, James had established that. And that's basically a protection order that says you cannot have direct contact with him, correct?
Yeah.
And he invited you back in the home?
Yeah, I was at the home when the sheriff showed up. His mother called the sheriff because James did not want me to go to jail.
He invited you back into the home when he had a protection order against you, and that got you arrested, correct? Okay. He invited you back into the home when he had a protection order against you, and that got you arrested, correct? Okay.
Like, his mother got me arrested, and see, the next day, we were going to go up to the courthouse to get the video dismissed, so there wouldn't be a problem. So we were stuck without a vehicle, and next thing I know, I'm getting arrested and getting behind a sheriff's car.
Andrea, how has this affected your life since then? I mean, I can't begin to imagine like that my kids were with someone that was like that, and I was not with them. Where are you in that situation? How do you feel about the kids not being there and that kind of thing?
I feel like my kids deserve to be with me and not him, because from what I've heard, he hasn't been taking care of them like he's supposed to be. He's taking them to his mom's instead of not taking up responsibility for himself.
Have you had any contact with them since the last time you were at the house, or has he allowed you any contact with the kids since then?
I have not been allowed. The state will not let me have any contact with them until I pay off my probation fee. I'm on probation right now, and it's $150.
Okay, so they're neglecting your right. They're neglecting your right to have time with your children, which is law, over $150. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. They said I have to respect the DVO until it dismisses.
So if you had $150, would you force yourself to be part of those children's life, or would you continue to let things go the way they are?
Because I love them.
How has this shaped your life, Andrea? Look, are you old enough, are you wise enough now to realize that that a young man, an old man took advantage of a young woman? I mean, or how do you feel about this guy? You know what I mean? Like he's 30 years your elder.
Like, at one point I did love him, but I'm not in love with him now. Like, I'm in love with someone else now.
So how did this whole thing go down? I mean, obviously you met James and a relationship was able to blossom from there. But what kind of mindset did you have then? Did you think that this was going to be your boyfriend, or was he your protector, or what drew you to James in the beginning?
He lied to me and told me that he had lived on a farm and they had horses and stuff. And that's what drew me to him, because I always wanted to have my own farm.
Okay, so his story was that like he had a homestead, if you will, like a place with animals, and you could live there. You know, the internet was able to watch you, and you know, look, people may have said things that James was able to misconstrue, like when the people on the internet, especially this particular community that's involved right now, said things like, "Oh my God, Andrea looks sick." It's because you really did. Like people could see that the situation really ran you down. Like you had just given birth, like you're a small woman, you carried a pair of babies. Like there was a lot of unhealthy factors there. Obviously the housekeeping in the house was an issue, and because of the fact you were already sick and run down, the expectation would be that your partner would help you. How bad did that get? Like, you know, I mean, we only see what he puts out, which is a whole lot, but where were you?
But I was, like you said, I was so run down with my migraine, having a hand to 3 kids. But, you know.
And I know you love those children. I appreciate the fact that you want them to have a wholesome environment. Do you think you could do you think you could provide that environment?
I do.
I hate seeing the way all of this has worked out with you and James, but at the same time, he's very comedic. He says things that are so outlandish. For instance, you're locked away in an insane asylum right now. Like you're locked up in a crazy house, as he says.
It's a place to get help. And like, I'm actually getting help.
Well, that's good. Look, you know, I saw the picture you posted the other day, and you know, it looks like you've gained weight. You're feeling more comfortable. You're looking more comfortable. You look healthy. Your color is good. Like there was a time where we were all concerned for your health. Like, you look pretty good.
Yeah, actually, I'm 123 pounds. 123.
Whew. Wow.
She's just a little off from me.
I've come a long way.
So we've come to the part of the program where I'm going to ask some questions that might be a little bit difficult. Like, for instance, did James pull a gun on you, Andrea?
He pulled it out and he said I could kill you for this.
Okay. The point I would like to make here is, since this event happened, there's only been one person named sentenced repetitively, and that's you. And you've stuck to your guns, and you haven't changed your story. He changes his story regularly. Like there is no constant. And I want you to know that I trust what you're saying more than I do what he does. And I believe he did pull a gun out of that drawer. And I believe he said those words to you.
Then I'm glad somebody does.
There are many of us that do. Look, the situation that you were in, I thought was unfair from the beginning. And as you know, my friend Kenny made a video and said, Andrea run like the wind. And he had reason to say that. Like we had watched this crazy bastard that tried to take advantage of you. And that's what all of us thought from the beginning, is that he was taking advantage of you. Andrea, don't let anyone ever take advantage of you ever again.
I'm not.
If you wouldn't mind, when Von Helton screams out, James, Irvin, when he screams out, she left because she was tired of the trolls. Is it really us that you were tired of, or was it you were tired of him screaming at the top of his lungs in all hours of the night?
One, because it's hard to sleep when somebody's screaming day and night. And I noticed the screaming hasn't got him nowhere, except an eviction notice. I heard that my kids were calling his mom the B word. If I heard that come out of their mouths, they would have been grounded.
If I might, just because you brought it up, in all fairness, you punched her in the eye, though, right?
Yeah, because she was trying to hit my daughter.
Oh, okay. See, that's part of the story we had not heard.
No, I never knew that.
Yeah. She put her fist up to my daughter, and I'm like, oh, hell no, you're not going to do that to my daughter.
Well, see, there's some new light that we were not aware of. So obviously, Alice decided she was going to reprimand. That was Layla at the time, or was that Helena?
Yeah. And I was in the middle of trying to feed her.
Wow. This entire event got changed for me today. Like that was not the way it was portrayed by your ex-husband. Your ex-husband made it look like something totally different, like you were the aggressor. And I don't know if you noticed it at the time, but this son of a bitch kept saying, "Oh no, she's going to fucking prison. Nothing you can do about it, haters." Like there was something we witnessed from the outside where he was trying to be manipulative with you. He was trying to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's what he does. He manipulates people.
Well, the rumor mill is that your mother pays James's internet so she gets a chance to see the children. Do you know anything about that?
Well, she was paying on his bills, but she's got me to take care of now.
Okay, so when did she stop paying on his bills?
Well, she tries to, but she's got bills of her own to pay now.
Sure. And it's not your mom's place to pay his bills, right?
No, it's his home. And she's nice enough to do that. And he hasn't sent a thank you card back every time or anything. I say thank you to my mom every time she sends me money. I'm like, okay, Mom, thank you.
Well, you kind of have to, right? That's somebody taking time to take care of you.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about James wanting to bring another woman into the home, Andrea? Like, were you on board with that, or was that his thing?
That was my idea.
Okay, so girls are pretty. I like them. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I was going to say was you see, whereas when you ask Andrea something, she's being absolutely honest. When we thought, in all honesty, that she would have gone, that was Von's idea. But did she not? She turned around and said, no, that was my idea. So as you can clearly see, you know, she's being 100% honest. So, and she's just, do you see the difference between her and the vampire?
I was watching the video, and one time, sitting there yelling and screaming at this woman, and I don't know who she was, but he's sitting there disrespecting her, and he told me that he didn't disrespect women, so he lied about that.
He disrespected you, Andrea. Like he's disrespected every woman that I've ever seen him come in contact with. A woman is nothing more than a utensil for him while it works, and the minute it doesn't, she's a cunt or a bitch or a hater or a troll, and is the same way you have become.
I noticed the normal person doesn't do that.
No, normal people don't do that. You're absolutely right. If y'all would like to make contact with Andrea, is it okay if they contact you on Facebook?
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
No, where he's set up his Andrea, and he's got his PC and his computer and all that. Has the drawer got a lock on it?
I don't know why he's got them.
Does the desk drawer have a lock, Andrea, where he keeps all the guns, or can you just open that drawer up?
Open the drawer, and that's what scares me.
Boom. Yeah, we thought so.
So one more question about the guns. When he filmed his intro to his video where he stands in the trench coat and turns around and aims the gun, is it you that's holding the camera?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, you know there was bullets in that gun, right?
Yeah, I know. That scared the crap out of me.
Wow.
I told him to take them out, and he wouldn't do it.
Wow.
I told him to take them out, and he wouldn't do it.
Well, it's just something I want to touch on, Paul, is quickly, is with that big handgun being in the drawer, okay, when he was in a hangout, he pulled it out, he just pulled the drawer and pulled it out of a plastic bag, right? You've probably seen that. He pulled it out and he said, wait there, let me empty it. So that gun is loaded in his drawer, so any one of them kids can come through and go, you know, cops and robbers, bang, bang, shoot, shoot. The gun would put one of them kids in half. It would slice him in half. It's ridiculous.
I said, this is why, like, they shouldn't be with him. He doesn't even have a gun safe to put them in. I mean, it's common sense.
Agreed. At least put fucking trigger locks on them and take the rounds out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically, it's a hand cannon sitting around. I mean, I couldn't even imagine leaving something like that lying around with 6 bullets lying in it for my 3-year-old to come up and grab. I mean,
So I'm gonna cut this right now, y'all. I'm done. It's been
Okay.
an hour. That's what I signed up for. Andrea, is Friday afternoon a good time to talk to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so how about this? Next Friday, same time, same channel. We'll get together. We'll do this again.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with me, one of the massive super trolls on the internet.
amen to that.
Well, I don't think you're a troll.
That is so sweet. Thank you so much. It means a million to me.